leading the pack with 20 points. Small lineup para dito sa Quezon. Fuentes, LJ Gonzalez, Topeng Lagrama together with Simon Sandagon and Vince Magbuhos. Quarter scoring, you see how Nueva Ecija dominated the first two, but Quezon bumawi in the third, 23-17. Robles spins into trouble, lost it. Lagrama gets the ball back for Quezon. Gonzalez, it's been a struggle. They swing it, Lagrama, extra feed, Fuentes, no! Magbuhos, stick back is good.
A terrific swing of the basketball to find the open shot. And just like we always say, anytime you get a good shot, it prepares the offensive rebounders for the rebound. That time Magbuhos, not really known as an offensive rebounder, but cleans it up that time.
Great help by LJ, forcing a jump ball. But it will stay with Nueva Ecija. Gonzalez has yet to score a field goal. Has played 17 minutes. One guy we haven't seen here in the second half is Will Gozom for Quezon.
Right?
Macaloni. Wilson, nawala yung bola sa kanya. Turnover na naman laban sa Nueva Ecija. Fuentes, lost control. Counter steal by the Rice Vanguards. Macaloni, what a pass inside. Celis, 2 points.
This is a good timeout by Coach Eric, because I was about to say, if you're Nueva Ecija, they went away of pushing the tempo of this game, because I don't think Quezon will be able to run with them, and they take advantage of this and they get the ball from outside to in, and then that connection between the two bigs.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Timeout Quezon, down by 9. Nagbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, our 7th season. And the competition continues to get even fiercer with the talent of our teams right now. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Head of Security. Rudy Distrito, Head of Operations. Emer Oreta, special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Who would have thought, no, that picture, if you will, that you saw between the three, Rudy Distrito, Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Emerson Oreta. Ang pinakamukhang bata ay si Kuya Rudy, no question.
Kuya Ruds.
Please don't tell Commish I said that.
Something you don't want coming off a timeout. Another turnover laban sa Quezon.
You're absolutely right.
Things have not gone their way, yet they're down by just 9. 16 na turnovers ang magkabilang kupunan, pero yung matinding difference dyan has been how Nueva Ecija has capitalized on those. JC no, Gonzalez the rebound. LJ to Magbuhos. Lagrama trying to wiggle against JC Marcelino. Flashing out, Sandagon getting past Will Macaloni for the layup.
Forced the defense to rotate that time. The flash to the high post. Composed as he was making the move. Nice move by Sandagon.
Doing this without Dario at the start of the fourth. Lead down to 7. Macaloni. Quezon will live and die with that kind of shot.
Basket timeout situation, but a turnover. That's a big turnover, costly one, especially if Nueva Ecija scores.
Sobra yung tira doon ni JC. Fuentes, the cross, almost lost it. Magbuhos to LJ, asking for a clear out against Macaloni. One-on-one. Gonzalez, the crossover, pulling up. It's money for LJ. Asking for a foul.
Because he thought tinapik sa Chan. No, it was a tough angle on our end. We're going to see it once again. This is a better angle.
Kicks are great move. The game born for greatness.
Okay. Yeah. Good no call.
And Gonzalez, though, nonetheless, this is the closest the Quezon Huskers have been. Down by 5. Timeout Nueva Ecija.
Welcome back to the Mpbl. You can hear numerous voices, just high energy during Quezon's last huddle, but all encouraging their teammates with words of positivity. Alvin Abundo applauds his teammates, telling them they did a good job of cutting the lead down. In his words, andyan na tayo kaya wag na natin bitawan. Yero and Minerva had a side conversation naman, high-fiving each other, but also reminding one another to not be afraid to ask for help defensively. Sa quarter naman na ito, Coach Eric tasked LJ and Judel to show off their shooting firepower. He told them, now is your time. Back to you, Ken and Christian.
A lot of trust coming from the side of Coach Eric. Maraming salamat, Gianna, no? And they've been together for 3 years already, itong Quezon Huskers. And despite all Nueva Ecija has been doing, and Quezon shooting poorly from the field, they're now down by just 5 after trailing by as many as 18 points back in the first half.
To your point, 54% for Nueva Ecija and only 37% for Quezon Huskers.
Robbie Celis, binigay kay Marcelino, back to Robbie, drifting forward but makes it anyway. That was a tough shot by Robbie.
Well, anytime you have players that can play in between like Robbie Celis, it's such a big part of your offense, especially in a generation wherein it's all layups or threes. That in between is so important. And right here, as they were denying itong si Marcelino to come off the screen, that short roll by Robbie Celis and that floating jumper, ang laking bagay niyan.
Ganun-ganun lang, meron na siyang 12 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Magbuhos, big 3-point shot to pull to within 4, 66-62.
Magbuhos has played well in this game, well enough not only hitting baskets. He's in double figures right now with 10, but also rebounding the basketball, has 5 and 2 steals. Gabanal, though, will be called for the foul. Pang-apat na yan.
One thing, though, that Quezon has had trouble with has been the dribble penetration of the guards of Nueva Ecija. Because we've seen multiple times where they get into the gut of the defense at nagpapasa na lang yung mga bigs nitong Rice Vanguards. Robbie Celis, pasok, kanyang unang free throw. Did not even play against Imos. Also has 2 blocks.
Well, he's a better defender than what people think he is, even at being a little undersized at the 4, especially against the San Juans, the Abras.
Animang lamang, 68-62. LJ, skip pass, dangerous, but Dario, my goodness, what a shooting display from Diego Dario. 7 threes for a total of 23 points, and this is just a 1-possession ball game. 68-65. Celis, pasa palabas kay Wilson, Mintes. At bola ay mapupunta sa Quezon Huskers.
Ito yung hinahanap natin sa Quezon, hindi lang yung isa, dalawa o tatlong stop. Yung sequence of hitting shots, making stops. Nagkakaroon na sila ng consistency, and obviously, where would Quezon be without the brilliance of Diego Dario?
This is a big blow, though, if you're Quezon. Gabanal whistle for a technical foul, and he fouls out.
Ang pinakamabigat doon para sa akin is yung timing.
Yun.
Now, he's a big blow. You lose a leader on the floor, a spacer on the floor. But just right when you have momentum or creating momentum, and then you get a technical. Wilson hits this shot, 2-possession game. They make a stop, they hit a shot, suddenly it's a 6-7 point game. Ganyan ang basketball, no? Every possession matters. Kaya yung composure ng bawat player, importante rin.
And you know what they say, it's a possession kind of game in basketball. Getting entangled there with Will Macaloni. So he's done for the night. 69-65 after that Wilson free throw. Free guard setup for Quezon. Gonzalez nails a free. It's down to 1.
Well, they've been executing all night. It was just a matter of time wherein their defense would step up and their offense would propel. That's their 12th three, but what an answer by Nueva Ecija.
Robbie Zelis to the rescue. 71-68. Crowd coming alive. Dario puts it up, puts it in! We are tied, 71-all! What a fight back by the Quezon Huskers. Diego Dario with his best performance to date, 26 points.
On 8 3-pointers, that's a foul.
Nueva Ecija, though, has not been efficient from the line. Only 15 of 24. This was the pass, Marcelino to Celis. But the response by Diego Dario.
He's just on another planet right now. Diego Dario making 8 threes out of 10. That's insane.
Yeah.
80%. And maybe half of those were tightly contested shots. He had some open shots, especially in the first half. But after that, it's been pretty much under the rest.
JC Marcelino coolly sinking in 2 free throws. Quezon in penalty, down by 2. Dario. Laban kay Will Macaloni at the post. Sandagon met by 2 blue jerseys. He turns the ball over. Babalik ang bola sa Nueva Ecija.
Excellent help defense by Nueva Ecija. I think the key right there is how he pushed him towards the baseline. Even, you know, ina-atake nila yung mismatch because Sandagon had a smaller guy on him. And by the time he got the ball, nandun na yung help, forced the turnover.
JC runs into traffic, floats it up, no. Rebound ends up with Magbuos. 3 and 17 left in the fourth. Gonzalez setting up the play for Quezon. JC in front of him. LJ, the switch by Macaloni. Gonzalez, natapikan ni Will. Turnover. Big stop by Will Macaloni. Under 3 minutes left. Nueva Ecija with a basketball, up by 2 points.
They go to Macaloni on the block.
Careless pass. Dario was stripped. Nueva Ecija, though, just their second team foul. That was a poor pass by Will Macaloni. Not sure what he was trying to do there.
Well, he's trying to skip pass towards the other side. He's been seeing the double team the whole night. The rare times he would get the ball on the post. That's what I feel, that inaantay niya, or he anticipated too much the double team, that on a one-on-one coverage, instead of attacking the defense one-on-one.
Coach Don Dulay challenging the last foul call. We'll be back for the result of this one.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays, foul on number 19, JV Marcelino is second.
Unsuccessful challenge by Coach Don Dulay. Yeah. There's a loose ball. At nandun nga, no? Yung foul laban kay John Wilson. How about Alvin Abundo did not even see action in the first half, inserted here in the third quarter. He may not have the points. Hindi nakikita sa stat sheet, Coach Chris, yung contributions niya dito for Quezon in the last two quarters.
Well, you see some of them. Like he has a couple rebounds, steals, but to your point, really the intangibles, giving flare screens, decisions on the floor. As soon as he came in with a hockey assist, when they moved the ball, that ended up with a layup for Magbuhos. You ask any coach, especially in pressure-packed moments, oftentimes coaches will always go for the better decision player rather than the more talented one. Because your talent would be useless if you cannot make good decisions on the floor, and that's what Abundo provide. You know, defensively, he's a pit bull, especially putting pressure on ball, and offensively, just makes good decisions on the floor.
Very important, especially with Gab Banal fouling out Gonzalez, and they've been playing for the majority of the fourth without Judel Fuentes. Dario, Abundo for the lead. Off the heel. JC Marcelino clears it. Nueva Ecija dodging a bullet.
They did, because Quezon has been trusting their execution all night. Just fortunate that they missed that one is Nueva Ecija.
JV attacks. Layup, no. Foul against Quezon though. A push against Diego Dario. Fourth foul against Diego. Fuentes will check in for Alvin Abundo. So all hands on deck para sa Quezon. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Pasok ang unang free throw ni JV. This free throw to give them little bit of breathing room. The Nueva Ecijanos in the edge of their seats right now. Clutch baskets from JV Marcelino as we head down to the final 2 minutes of regulation. Sandagon balik kay LJ Gonzalez. And off night in terms of offense. Magbuhos, turnover. A costly one para sa Quezon. Nueva Ecija will milk some time. JC. Attacks downhill. Inside Macaloni. Blocked. First block from the Quezon Huskers. Or actually the second block. Fuentes, the crossover. Losing. John Wilson lays it up and in.
What a play! Judel Fuentes, let's not forget, he just came in for Alvin Abundo, so you could say he has yet to break a sweat. Well, that play proves otherwise. He doesn't need sweat.
Only 8 points, but the last two, huge. JC, short. Celis the rebound, but got caught stepping on the baseline. But they will review it. We're under the last 2 minutes.
I'm sure we're going to see it sometime now, because that play is just hard to ignore by Judel Fuentes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Hindi, ito yung
Hindi.
last out of bounds play. Ayun, yung kaliwang paa
Right.
ni Robbie Celis. We have a timeout by the Quezon Huskers, down by 2 points, 75-73. And we'll stay on the air. A huge possession coming up para sa Quezon. Down by 2. Let's see what Coach Eric has drawn up here.
Simon, kapita mo yung bola. LJ, ikaw ito. Okay. Makinig maigi ha. Okay. Judel, at saka si Tins. Box lang tayo. Okay? Pare, ikaw ito ha. Ito gagawin natin. Simon, kunin mo yung bola. Ganito mangyayari. LJ, iskrinan mo to si Jago. Judel, ang mangyayari sa'yo, gusto ko ikaw pumunta sa bola. Okay? Now listen, si LJ nandito. Pag wala kang tira, bigay mo kay LJ, bublo ba yan? Vince, dito ka maglulok. Now! Pag meron, nandito si Jago. Jago, dumiretso ka ron. Sundan nyo lang ha? Okay, come on, let's go.
Alright, what do you think, Coach Chris?
LJ and Diego. Yun na yun. Diba? Make a play. See what you have.
Nueva Ecija though,
This
only has
one-
2 team fouls.
Right. In this one, we heard a box formation, back screen.
Fuentes, nakalusot na naman. And a foul called against Will Macaloni. 2 free throws coming up for Judel. Great play call off a timeout. You let Judel Fuentes go downhill. 2 free throws. Judel Fuentes, a 94% free throw shooter, calmly sinks the first. 94.4% coming into this game.
I'm going to assume that's best in the league. I don't think anyone right now is shooting 95 or 94.3 for that matter. You say 0.2?
0.4.
0.4, so 0.5. Anyway,
47.2 seconds left. Nueva Ecija with a timeout.
JC, I want you coming out. Okay. We're here. Okay. Go forward. Be patient. Okay. 14 seconds. Okay. When we go here, you're gonna go. Will. Okay. Here. Take a roll. Okay. Here. Sorry, this is Wilson. Okay. Take a roll.
Ako lang mag-inbound na pass corner ako.
so I expect them to
Lahat ng
inbound.
Marcelino brothers, iyan nyo, tumulong kayo rin.
No, foul!
Pero may busy kayo.
Yeah, I expect Nueva Ecija to inbound half court.
Okay.
So that if they don't make a shot with the 14, let's say Quezon makes a stop, you don't need to foul knowing that you're going to get the ball back.
Some confusion on the side of Quezon.
Well, here's the thing. If this is a long rebound and Quezon is off to the other side, Nueva Ecija has to remember they have a foul to give.
Celis. Great pass by John Wilson off the curl. And Celis will shoot 2 free throws.
What I like about that offensive set is that they went to the offense, to the trigger action right away off the pin down. That opened up John Wilson, forced the defense to help, and eventually led to the open Celis underneath. Short.
Wow, air balls the first. Something you don't see every day from Robbie Celis.
Right. Short doesn't even do you justice, as that was
Hindi makapaniwala.
way short.
Yung mga Nueva Ecijanos. 19 out of 29 from the line. Second free throw for Robbie Celis. Gets it in, 76-75. Quezon has never led in this entire match. Down by as many as 18 points. Now a chance to take the lead in this possession. Fuentes. Mocon all over him. Judel lost it. Marcelino off to the races. JV stumbles and travels. They were right there. Bola babalik sa Quezon.
They were too fast for themselves. Masyadong mabilis. But what a substitution by Don Dulay. Putting in JV Mocon. Kasi yan ang problema minsan pag sobrang bilis mo rin. It just lost his footing. Unfortunate. But for Quezon, fortunate.
Quezon will burn their final timeout as well. And let's see what Coach Eric Gonzalez will draw up this time.
Basta huwag lang ka-fly back kasi mag-help kami. Natin yan. Palsugit sila, wala. Kasi depensa, pag di tayo makasugit. Tao nila makaluni yung... Guys, makinig kayo. Kailangan natin kunin to, ha? Ito. Simon! Simon! Dito ka na! Vince! Judel! Jago! Judel! Ganito ang gagawin natin. NJ! Okay. Jago, bumanong ka! Judel, pumunta ka na! No! Padaanin mo rito. Okay, sara nyo, ha? Atin yan, pare! Atin! Okay, Vince! Bigyan nyo kay NJ! Atin! Pero pag meron ka, go!
Both teams, no more timeouts. Nueva Ecija, though, has a foul to give. 28 seconds left here in regulation. They will inbound it onto the front court. 14 on the shot clock para dito sa Quezon. Gonzalez to trigger it in. Dario pops out. Guarded by Robbie Celis. Dario with 26 points. Foul. But it's their last foul to give. Now both teams are in penalty.
Now if they end up with the same play, they better make sure whoever the driver is that they clear some space. You know what coach's term usually calls a double gap, but this one, Jodel Fuentes open.
No! Celis with a big time rebound and gets fouled. That was a good look though by Jodel Fuentes.
Can't ask for a better look than that, especially coming from one of your top shot creators. Nice shot fake, one dribble, that's a clean look.
Yeah, it was. Just couldn't knock it down. Celis airballed his first free throw earlier. 3 out of 6 tonight. Sablay yung una. Quezon with a slither of opening. 16.1 seconds left. Both teams over the limit and no more timeouts. Pasok yung pangalawa. 2-point ball game. Gonzalez. Screen by Sandagon. Gonzalez. Kick out to Dario. 8 seconds remaining. Dario for free for the lead. 6.4 seconds remaining. Nueva Ecija. Marcelino. Mocon for free. No! What a stunner here in Palayan City. Fighting back from 18 points down. Their first taste of the lead. And boy, Diego Dario, his 9th free 3-point shot right at the hearts of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
So what's the saying? The first time is always the sweetest, and as you mentioned, the first time to take the lead, the sweetest one. But to me, this is really a defensive down. What's the saying? Hand down, man down. You see, to me, this is a late contest by Wilma Caloni. The way Diego Dario has been shooting lights out tonight, you force him to put, not only to put the ball on the deck, but really to drive the basketball knowing that the help is going to be there. But then again, Diego Dario, what a performance. Certainly his best Mpbl game, maybe the best game of his young career. He's still young, by the way.
Oo naman, no question. Diego Dario, man, delivering when it mattered the most para dito sa Quezon Huskers. What a stunning upset here on the road. After winning against San Juan, outdoing themselves here, beating Nueva Ecija 78-77. And
This is just a fitting end. I mean, the way he allowed his team off the bench, you know, the shooting obviously a big part of it, but really the fight, because I never felt, you know, with Quezon and with him in particular, that they were out of it. They were so composed that even though they were playing so poorly, that they trusted their execution. They knew that in the end, if they hung around closely